Question 1. This question asking about respondent gender. As we can see here are two gender involved in this study, which is men and women. After analysis, we found that women represent the majority of the group, comprising 87% of the total, while men only make up 30%, showing a significantly smaller representation. Overall, this data indicates a substantial gender imbalance within the group, with women being the dominant majority. Question 2. This question discusses about respondent age. Majority of the group, which is 88%, is aged 80 to 20 years old, while the second largest age group is 21 to 23 years, represent 42%. There are no respondents in the age range of 24 to 26 and 27 to 30 years old because majority students age in USIM is around 80 to 23 years only. Question 3. This question asks because we want to know what faculty the respondent from. After analyzing, we found that the faculty with the highest participation in e-sport with 73% is Faculty of Sharia and Law, followed by Faculty of Quranic and Sunnah Studies with 30%, then Faculty of Leadership and Management with 8%, Faculty of Science and Technology with 4%, and lastly, Faculty of Dentistry with 2%. Tamidi, FEM, FCAT, FMET, and FABU not take part in this survey. Overall, the data suggests a growing interest in e-sport across multiple faculties, with FSU leading in engagement.
Number 4. After analyzing, we found that 62%, which is 32 students, are expressed an interest in esports, while 38%, which is 20 students, did not. In total, 100%, 52 students were surveyed with total 62%, which is 32 indicating a positive response and 38%, 20 indicating a negative response. Number 5. The data show that the majority of respondents, which is 54%, are playing games rarely, while 29% of respondents play games several times a week, making the second most common frequency. And then only 30% play daily, while a small 4% play weekly. Overall, this data suggests the most of the group engage in gaming infrequently, with only small fraction of playing in a daily or a weekly basis.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Farah binti Zaidi and my number is 1240394. What makes sports so special? To find out, we ask what drives your passion for sports. Now, we will move on to the question 6, which is what most influenced your interest in sports. Our study shows that for 52% of people, it's the social aspects. Playing with friends is the key. Watching professional players and tournaments also has a big influence. Our aim is to understand what truly sparks people's interest in sports and keeps them engaged. The next aim is to uncover the key motivations behind why people watch and connect through sports. Moreover, the question in the question 7 is about factors that drive interest in sports. Entertainment leads the way with 37% of respondents seeing sports as a way to relax and have fun. Game popularity, social influence, and competition also play crucial roles. Our aim is to understand what draws people to sports and why it has become such a popular activity. The next aim is to understand the overall reasons behind people's love for sports and how these factors work together.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nudin Hazira binti Ayub. My mentor number is 1223045. Alright, I will continue to the next question is question 8. So in this question, we ask, how much time do you spend on esports weekly? So the reason why we ask this question is to aims understand how much respondents engage in esports. It helps assess their level of commitment to this activity and provide insight to how they allocate their time, especially when they also need to balance their studies or other responsibilities as a student. So we got from the analysis, we found that the majority of respondents spend less than 1 hour each week on esports. As it is often considered a hobby or a casual activity, this amount of time is sufficient to enjoy the games without interfering with other responsibilities such as studies. Or maybe they use this game as for rest from this long time study or other than that. Alright, we continue to the next question is question 9. So question 9, we ask, how do you balance your time between esport and studies? So the reason why we ask the question is to aims identify the strategy responding used to avoid conflict between their interest in esport and academic responsibility. Their answer help understand how they manage their time and prioritize. So we found that respondents who choose to set specified time limits show an awareness of the importance of time management and discipline, which allowed them to enjoy sport without affecting their studies. That's all from me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Nurul Izzati binti Nur Amli. My matric number 1223048. And I will continue for the next question, which is question 10. Do students think e-sport can be considered a viable career path in Malaysia? Okay, the reason why we choose this question is because to assess students' perception of e-sport as a career, to understand the general attitudes and opinions of Malaysian students regarding esports as a legitimate and viable career choice. And we also choose this question because to understand the barriers of pursuing esport as a career. Okay, for the next question is question number 11, which is, do students feel that e-sport should be included the school curriculum or extracurricular activities? Okay, the reason why we choose this question is because to assess the level of interest and engagement students have with esports and whether they view it as a valuable activity within their education or school life. And it's also to explore how students perceive esport as an opportunity to develop key skills such as teamwork, strategic thinking, communication, and time management that are transferable to academic and future career success.